big opportunity without any interstate, any local AFL teams this Saturday to get fans to this Friday?
Yeah, I think we had 23,000 last game we played here. So yeah, look, it was a good turnout. Hopefully we can get sold out 30,000. I'm pretty sure Amy holds. So that'd be ideal, considering the AFL Grand Finals, Lions and the Swans. So yeah, it'd be good to get some purple in the stands. So it's going to be a big game against the Roosters. We've got a good rivalry against them, and probably the last 8 years we've been playing against them in finals time. So yeah, they've won a couple and we've won a couple. So yeah, it's always a good battle.
Just on the crowd, how much do you feed off that fan energy? How much does it boost the side?
Oh, it does put shivers down your spine. I'm not going to lie. You do get sometimes home ground advantage when you're feeling tough and struggling and breathing a little bit out there. But at the end of the day, the crowd's not going to get us home. We've got to play our style of footy, and if we can do that, it's going to go a long way to winning.
On Jerome, that halves partnership, who makes whose life easier?
I make his life easier than he makes mine, that's for sure. Look, after seeing last night with the goal of the year and the mark of the year, if we had that amount of money for our try of the year, I'd be doing all sorts of things. So, but I don't think Ballet could be too excited about that. So, it's one of those things where I'm probably a little bit more of a burden than what Jerome is. So, I'll go me.
Your coach mentioned the other week. First off, actually, how's the baby and how are you going? And I think, your coach said you're a bit of a night owl anyway, so it probably won't affect you too much.
Yeah, no, I do like to stay out late. I watched the Brownlows last night. Probably went to bed about 11:30. So, I try and get the most out of my day. My young fellow Jagger gets up about 6:30 every morning, so I'm usually up and about anyway. So, I don't know why. I don't really need too much sleep to keep going, but just very fortunate enough that I don't need sleep to obviously operate and get myself going during the day.
How old is he, mate?
My second, he is actually 13 months. So, he's going up. But my daughter, she's in hospital still for the next 7 weeks. So, it's a lot of parking at the moment, and hopefully I can get that back on tax. She's good. My wife had a bit of a complication, so Bub had to come a little bit earlier, but that's unfortunately life. So they're both good. So no problems there.
You've been able to compartmentalise footy and personal stuff?
As a lot of people know me, mate, there's not much going upstairs, so it's pretty much monkey symbols sitting in my head. So it's on a whole big problem for myself. My mum's here, so she's here for a month. So mummy's boy, and she's helping me around the house, which is ideal.
So how much time are you spending between sort of hospital and club and spending your time here?
I think for me, it's probably I'm more the other side. I'd be much rather probably sit at home and spend time with the boys. As much as I love going and seeing my daughter, it's a bit of a trek going up there and just sitting there and watching her sleep. So as much as I do like to get up there, Bianca's probably more of the considerate one and goes up there and obviously has to breastfeed and do all that type of stuff as mums do. But once she comes home, I'll be very hands-on. But at the moment, I'm just pretty much just keeping the two boys at bay.
That won't have any impact on, looking beyond this season, aspirations to play for the Kangaroos, that won't impact that at all?
Oh, not at all. If I've got the opportunity to feel my body's right to obviously play, and if I get picked, then I can't probably say no. But at the end of the day, I've still got to worry about the club. Still here for 3 more years, so I need to obviously focus on that, focus on the next couple of weeks. Once the season's done, I can obviously reflect and review on if I'm right to go, and if Australia thinks that I'm good enough to play for them, then I'll go from there. But for me at the moment, it's just playing good footy for the Storm and getting my body right to play the best footy I can for the next 3 years for this club.
Roosters are a very physical, talented team.
Yep.
Storm's been in a lot of grinds this season where they've been behind on the scoreboard and managed to come home strong and get the win. How much does that experience help entering a prelim?
Yeah, I think you don't have to buy into it at all. I think at the end of the day, we want to play the footy we can play, and we can't get down in the dumps or get down and dirty with the way Roosters play. They're a physical, strong side, and they've got talent all across the park, but we can't afford to be playing their style of footy. We need to play our footy, and like you said, we've been grinding games out, and when we've been behind, we've ended up winning games, but we're just going to worry about all we can control is us this week and our preparation, and like I said, I'm pretty confident if we can do that and start well in the game, it's going to give us a good opportunity and every possibility to play the following week.
Very physical squad. I mean, Nelson and JWH about their history together, and I asked Harry about that, and does he need to get into that personal kind of battle there, or is that a bit of a distraction for Nelson?
No, it's up to Nelson, I think. Look, ideally, you don't want him doing those types of things, but that's the heat of the battle. That's the heat of the game, you know. So I'm sure they have a game plan to combat that or try and get under each other's skin, and vice versa. So it's going to be an interesting time on Friday. We're going to get down. Times we're going to be back against the wall, and we're just going to somehow find a way to get out of it. And they're going to be the same. So yeah, it's going to be fireworks on Friday, and yeah, we're really excited to play these type of games. I know a lot of other teams would want to be where we are, and yeah, we don't want to be losing this opportunity. That's for sure.
The Storm, Roosters, you know, the Panthers, obviously 3 quality teams. What makes these teams so great compared to the rest?
4 teams that are currently in the competition.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? I don't think it's a no-brainer. But the top 4 teams of the competition because of defensively and probably attackingly, you know. So we've probably been more consistent, and Belair probably touched on it a fair bit. The last couple of years, we've been up and down, and consistently haven't been good enough, and that kind of shows in finals games. So consistently this year, we've been up and doing the things we wanted to do. So it's going to be no different on Friday. We're just going to be consistent in everything we want to do, actions and effort, and that'll put us in good stead in the game, and hopefully it ends up getting the right result for us. But yeah, I think for us, as any other 3 teams, is just working on those little things and those little effort areas, because in games like the finals, the referees tend to put the whistle away, and you see a lot more free-flowing transition kind of footy, and it allows myself, Husey, and perhaps maybe Harry at times to get out and play more on the ball and run the ball a lot more. And I think you've seen last game I played, I almost had 23 runs, and I probably haven't done that for 10 weeks. Just shows the calibre of the game and the style that the referees want to run.
You guys are competing just about year out of the Storm camp. You notice anything different about this team, about this year?
It's a little bit different to last year. I think last year we had the potential and talent. Just probably missed that consistency factor that I was talking about, even in our spine or our leaders. And I was probably one of those guys that probably were up and down at certain places of the year. I probably had a pretty good start of the year of those 26 rounds, but I think finals last year I probably hit a bit of a hurdle. So I'm feeling fresh, mentally ready, and hopefully I had a decent game against the Sharks, and hopefully I can build on that against the Roosters on Friday. But for us as a group, we're just going to be... Ali Katoa, big fan. So yeah, no, it's been good.
It has a lot of similarities to 2020. Obviously, you're up on the Sunshine Coast in the COVID bubble for the entire year. Being, you know, that connected, has that sort of helped this group, drive this group for this year's finals here?
I think Belair kind of just mentioned it to us. I know he's been very fortunate enough to be in finals every year as he's coach, but as this group, we're probably not going to be together a whole heap, maybe on beyond this year. Some guys are leaving, some guys aren't, some guys are probably still re-signed, but it's probably just more of a mentality of, as a group, this could be our last opportunity to give this competition a red hot crack, and you don't want to be having what ifs at the back end of the year, and a bit like that with 2021. Like, I feel like that probably year still haunts me. Best side of the year, fell over the last hurdle in prelim against the Panthers. So yeah, it's one of those frustrating things, but you can't dwell on that past, but you can learn from those mistakes, and I'm sure a lot of the boys took a lot of learnings out of last year's prelim against the Panthers as well. So yeah, it's just one of those things that younger boys, a little bit more experienced, had a bit of a taste of finals footy and what it means to play finals footy and what it takes. So yeah, it's exciting times, and I'm pretty confident with this group of boys that we can have something special at the end of the year.